I think I just watched the best movie of 2025. It is absolutely number one on my list until another film takes it off of it. That's Predator, Killer of Killers. This movie is directed by Dan Trachtenberg, who you may know directed Prey from 2022. And shout out to Dan Trachtenberg, a fellow Temple alumni directing a franchise like this. This Predator, Killer of Killers takes the place and over the course of 3 stories set in the Viking Scandinavian era, feudal Japan, and then World War II. We start off with the Viking era where we see Ursa, who leads her son Anders and the rest of her clan in order to get revenge on the other clan and tribe that killed her father long ago when she was a young girl. After all that happens, we see this towering predator, probably like 10 to 12 feet tall, come in and just lay waste to her group, and then she fights it off, and it's just absolutely crazy and insane how all that happens. That's the first story. That's called The Shield. That takes place in 841 AD, and you see the Predator ship coming to Earth. We then go to feudal Japan, where it's 1609, and we see Kenji and Kiyoshi, 2 children who are trained to be warriors, but they want to impress their father. One of them does, one of them injures the other one leaves, and we fast forward 20 years later. It's now 1629 AD, and the father, the warlord, passes away, and the younger brother, or I believe it's the older brother, not too sure, it wasn't really given, they comes in and tries to fight against his brother and just wants to, get that revenge going and kind of leaves a mark that his brother left him. While all that's happening, we then see another predator come in and just start laying waste to everything that's right in front of him, and it's absolutely crazy. The 2 brothers then join forces and attack the predator in a fighting duel that's amazing. The feudal Japan story is called The Sword. I mean, it gets crazier, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, I'm riding on a euphoric high right now because the action was great. It was really well done. It's an animated movie, and the third story, titled The Bullet, takes place in World War II, where we see Torres, who is drafted into the U.S. Navy as a fighter pilot, and he wants to be that pilot, but he's always fixing his plane called the Bullet. Then they're ambushed by a ship. The ship is the Predator ship, and he has to warn the others that are up there fighting the enemy, but then the enemy is really the Predator. We see that he helps them out and does drastic measures, maneuvers with the Bullet in order to gain the upper hand. And then we see the actual twist, and it's really interesting. We see that Torres awakens and is put in a cell with Ursa and Kenji, finding that all of them were in suspended animation by the Predators, or the Yautja. It's absolutely crazy. We then are brought into the Yautja world, or the warlord predator, saying that you must kill each other, be the killer of killers, and then you face me in a one-on-one battle. You see that the warlord predator gets every single character their own weapon, being Ursa gets a scythe, or the shield, Kenji gets the sword, and Torres gets the bullet, or a pistol. The flintlock pistol, Raphael Andolini's 1715 flintlock pistol, which we saw in Predator 2, then we saw in Prey, and now we see in this. That aspect of the whole thing, connecting all the stories, is really, really good. Won't go into much detail of how everything goes and what happens, but really, really great action, great story, great effects, great way of doing things, and each story, the 3 parts, are basically 25 minutes each, and then the ending is about close to 30 minutes. So you get a 90-minute movie that goes really quickly because you're so enamored, you're so engaged with it that it's fantastic. We all wanted a live action version of each setting. That's what all we fans wanted. But after watching this and seeing how it will be done in live action, there's absolutely no way it could have been done, because this would have been a $400 million budget film, especially with how you see the CGI done and the aspect of the worlds, the warlord, the towering predator that the Scandinavians fought, and how Ursa fought. But it's just so well done. There is a nice Easter egg to a character that we see at the end of this film, and it's just absolutely crazy and amazing just to know that, okay, now the Predators keep their fighters in suspended animation. So not only is Ursa in suspended animation, is Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in suspended animation? Are the others like that the Predators came across and fought in all of the movies and the aspects of the Alien Predator films? This was fun from start to finish. I have no negativity about it at all. It was so good. What I did like was the repetitiveness of how when they are fighting the Predators or the Yaota, each character somehow ends up in water. Ursa ends up in a frozen lake. Kenji ends up in a river and gets out of it. And then Torres ends up in the Atlantic Ocean. It's just really well done. There's so much you can do with this, with a aspect of the story. The designs were great. The camera movements were great. The animation was good. It was clean. It was crisp. The editing was fun. And then when you see Ursa in this aspect of, being where she is on the Predator ship, then you see Kenji. And when you see Kenji, you see Torres. And then it flows really well. Dan Trachtenberg created a phenomenal thing. And knowing that he's behind this, that he directed Prey, Predator Killer of Killers, and then coming out this year at the end of 2025, as of this review, Predator Badlands. So it's like mind blown, ladies and gentlemen. For me, this is the best film of 2025, and it's an animated movie. What I will say is that the Academy and the Oscars need to look into it, because this needs to be animated for Best Feature Film. This needs to be nominated for Best Animated Film. If it isn't, then I lost all faith in the Academy and animated films, because this was absolutely mind-blowingly brilliant. Probably the best thing I've seen, and probably the best Predator movie in the entire franchise. Yes, I actually said that. For me, Predator Killer of Killers gets 5 out of 5 film reels. I absolutely highly recommend this movie if you are a fan of this franchise. And the Predator movies and franchise is back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of each story? Which was your favorite story? Do you like how everything culminated in the end of it? Do you like that we might get another version or a sequel to this, if it's possible? And how do you see things going on? And do you think the Predator franchise is in the right hands as we speak? And also let me know what rating you would give this movie. And do you like that it was animated? And do you think that if it was live action, too much money and CGI would have been put into it, it wouldn't have looked as clean as it does? Let me know in the comment section about all of the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next review video.